Hey, this is Andrew with Colorado's Reliably Electric. Again, congratulations on your new generator purchase. We are not going to go over the transfer switch. This is our 200 amp service rated transfer switch. You'll see this in most all of our installations unless you have a partial home setup where we just back up a few breakers on the home. But essentially they all work the same way. Power gets lost, they transfer. Real quick on the front door, as I remove it, you do have a small bolt here that you unscrew, pull it past, and it'll drop right out there to get access to the inside panel if you ever need to. Here we have the main service breaker. This will simulate your power outage. If we cut this breaker off, this will tell the generator that there's no more utility and initiate the transfer. One thing I want to show is a manual transfer. You will probably never ever have to do this, but it's always good to know the application. The transfer switch is now on utility. If it weren't to transfer, it would go to standby. We'll simulate the outage so we can further explain this. First, let me pull off the door so we can watch the transfer and initiate. So this as well is just a bolt. It's got tabs in here it'll sit in and drop out, and this will expose us to the inside of our transfer switch, which do not recommend unless you are comfortable or licensed electrician for this install to work on these units. But we'll go ahead and initiate the power shutdown. So the utility power has now been lost. The generator recognized that. It is now starting up. We can hear it in the background. It's getting up to speed. In about 5 seconds, we should hear our kerplunk of a transfer. And now we have initiated the transfer. We are running on the house, running the generator on the house. Back to this transfer, we are now on standby. Real quick, if this did not switch down to this area and the generator is running, the procedure in order to do that is 1, turn off your utility, turn off the generator breaker, which we showed in a previous video, transfer it down, turn on the generator, turn on the generator breaker, and now the generator will operate. To return to utility, one clear indicator is a display on your utility meter. If there's a display, there's power, and if you ever need to transfer it back, same procedure. Make sure this breaker's off, make sure the generator breaker is off. That means this is isolated from any power, and then we can then transfer upward back to utility, turn the utility breaker on, shut the generator off. Call us or your dealer to come out, make any repair to make sure you never have to manually transfer in the future. But I would say 1 out of 1,000 generators might have an issue. Other than that, you should be golden as far as this goes. So we'll go ahead and put the dead front back on. Again, you'll see the 2 tabs in here. It slides into there. Once you're in your tabs, you can then lower this in. Once we're in there, we'll lower the nut to secure our dead front. And just to show you again, we're on our standby source. Right here is a surge protector. Some transfer switches may come with it inside of the enclosure, and through here there will be a green light. Green light is good. If we have a green light, we are protected from utility surges, nearby lightning strikes, and so forth. If you ever experience surges, always come and check. This light is still functional. These are a one and done. If there's no green light, call us or a dealer to get those replaced. From here, we'll go ahead and turn on utility power. Once utility power is restored, it's pretty seamless, barely a flicker in the light with the transfer. Since utility is already present, it's just switching from a power source to a present power source. So now we are transferred back to utility, and we have our transfer sticks on utility. The generator will go through a cool down cycle. Liquid cooleds go through a longer cool down cycle, but all generators, they will run and cool themselves down before they completely shut off and put on standby for the next power outage. One thing I like to mention is if you're in the middle of a snowstorm like you can expect here in Colorado, if power is going in and out, and you're just tired of it, you can just go ahead and cut this breaker off, ride out the storm for the next 24 hours, whatever it may be. Once we feel the storm's over and utility's stable, turn it back on, and it'll be back to utility power. Let's see here. Other than that, that should about cover it. Just to put the cover back on, we go here, we'll put our bolt in, and you're always welcome to put a locking device in here. If you do, prefer to let us dealers know, so if we ever have to come in service, we can get into the box and take care of you and do any troubleshooting. But congratulations on your purchase. You are now better than your neighbor and have reliable power to keep you safe and warm during your next power outage.